Happy New Year, YouTube family. This is Jerome, and today I'm next to this nice little fire that I just created with my fireplace, and it's going to coincide with today's video, which is simply going to be entitled Burn. Well, every New Year's Eve, my church, New Direction, and I'm sure other churches do as well, but I know my church has done it traditionally for the last few years at least. We have what we call a burning ceremony, and at the end of the year on New Year's Eve, during our New Year's Eve service, we go to the altar, and pastor will normally give us a little card they will tear off, and here's mine right here, and I'll read it momentarily. But they give us a card to fill out, and we may say what we want to be freed from or delivered from in the next year. And this year was the first year that since I've been going to the New Year's Eve services that I wasn't able to put anything in, and that was because I'm in the choir, and unfortunately the way that they had things set up with the program, the choir had to go up early before they did the burning ceremony. So I was unable to fill out my information or, put it in. What they usually do is just, put it in a little container that they burn during the prayer in the altar. So I wasn't able to do that this year. So what I decided to do is I already had the form, the bulletin to fill out. I decided to have my little burning ceremony at my house. And I kind of briefly mentioned a couple of these things on Facebook about what I want to do differently in 2015 and leave behind in 2014. And what the card actually says is, it asks a question: what are you leaving behind in 2014? And I actually wrote three things that I wrote down. The first thing I wrote down is low self-esteem. Now, if you've read anything I put on Facebook or even seen some of my videos, you know that one thing that I've struggled with most of my life is my self-esteem. And I've dealt with it. I'm better than I was, say, 10 years ago, but I know there's still some growth I need to do in that aspect. I need to be able to have confidence in myself. Okay, I have to make sure that wasn't one of my other ones. No, self-esteem. That has to do with confidence. I need to have more confidence in myself. Not cockiness, but confidence. Because, I still see myself in the mirror and see my faults. I'm too short. I've got too much gray hair. I've gained too much weight. I see little things about me that I pick on myself about, but in reality, what is outside of me shouldn't even matter. It's what's inside of me that matters. I know inside, I'm not perfect, but I know I'm a decent person. I think I'm a man of God, and I believe that any woman who would have the fortune of marry me I think they would be very pleased. I'm a ride or die guy, and I expect the same. But, like I say, I've let things that have happened in the past dictate me trying to find someone. And it's not just about dating or anything, because, I hate rejection and everything, and that just made my self-esteem lower every time I got rejected by a woman when I asked them out. But, just having confidence in myself, I'm in student ministry class, so another thing I hate is public speaking. So, at some point I'm going to have to go up on stage and pray over the church. And that's probably going to intimidate me just a little bit, at least the first time I do it. But, I'm going to have to get out of my comfort zone and get out of that fear that that I'll say something wrong, that I'll do something wrong. As long as I allow God to use me, then I should be good with that. So, just those different things. I just want to be able to have confidence in myself in spite of how I may look, in spite of how I may sound, in spite of how other people view me, as long as I have confidence in myself, I should be able to go far in life. The second thing that I said I was going to leave behind in 2014 was doubt. And there have been times in which I've let doubt cloud my mind, thinking that, even though I've seen friends and family, who've been through similar things that I've been through, I say to myself, I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 in 2 months. And I'm like, I'm never going to find somebody. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. Not that that will be a bad thing, but, will I ever be able to be a father? Will I ever be able to be the husband I want to be? Will anyone look past my past and see me for who I am now? Those things sometimes cloud my mind and leads me to the self-esteem. And doubt is something I'm going to have to get rid of. A lot of times I put myself down. And that's something I'm going to have to stop doing. I'm going to have to stop doubting that, that woman will say yes, that I ask out, that, I will get out of debt, that I will be able to, pass this class or accomplish this task at work. I've got to be able to remove doubt. If God says I can do it, then I can do it. So, as long as it's in God's will, I should be able to work on accomplishing whatever I choose to and being able to succeed. So that was the second thing, doubt. The third thing, they're all coinciding with each other. Fear. Being fearful of the unknown. I've been out with one woman as in a romantic date over the last 7 years. And that was, 2 or 3 years ago. And I had a great time. It was a great experience. It was just that we wound up not being compatible with each other. I've been out with women, not necessarily romantic, but, as good friends or whatever, as a, friendly date. But, I have fear of, being able to support and not, when I say support, I don't mean financially, I mean emotionally, I mean physically, being able to, protect her, being able to do what I need to do, change a flat tire or protect her if someone tries to do her harm. But, I'm going to have to come to a point which, I got to stop fearing the unknown, fearing marriage, not just marriage, but fearing going out and just, doing adventurous things, whether it be bungee jumping, I don't know about that, but, skyline, roller coaster, whatever, thing, not something that's going to kill me, but, something that's adventurous, whether it's something like, just going out to a nice little clean spot, just to, hang, learning how to dance more, because I have no rhythm. I may be black, but I have no rhythm. But, just getting out of my comfort zone. I said that, as I turn 40, I'm going to go to a few places that I've never been. Now, I am going to Miami for my birthday. Now, I've been there once before, and I had an awesome time. That was my first time going there. And I want to do more traveling. I want to be able to go. I said that, I have a friend who lives in D.C., and I want to visit him, D.C., Maryland area. I want to visit him because that's one of the states I've never been to later this summer when it's a little warmer, because I don't want to be up there in the winter and freeze my tail to death. It's because I do not like the winter. But, and also travel up north to like New York, Philly, New Jersey area. Just do different things. Try different things. I am a repetitious person, same food, same routine, work, church, home, work, church, home. I want to get out of that routine, and just do different things. Get out of my comfort zone. Get out of that fear of, the unknown. And yeah, that includes possible, dating and marriage. So those are the three things that I said that I wanted to leave behind in 2014. And, for once I didn't put anything like, in the past I put stuff like, sex and masturbation, things like that. I'm thankful that last year was the first year that I was able to conquer masturbation, the first full year since, I started doing it, and that was over 20 years ago. I mean, that was just amazing for me, and that was only God's grace that allowed that to happen. And, there are other things, I do want a more spiritual, walk with God, but I mean, that's not something I'm trying to leave behind. So, there are other things I want to accomplish in 2015, but in regards to leaving behind, those were the three things I wanted to leave behind. So at this point, it's time for my own personal burning ceremony. So what I'm going to do is take this card with these three things I want to leave behind. Once again, they're low self-esteem, doubt, and fear. I'll remember because this video will remind me. And we're just going to do like Usher and let it burn. Bye-bye low self-esteem, bye-bye fear, bye-bye doubt. And if there's something you want to let go of in 2015, even though it's the 4th of the month, it's not too late to make that commitment saying you're going to let go of this or that. So just as I am allowing the things that have hindered me to burn, I encourage you to do the same. Well, that's all I have. I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to let something burn that needed to be burned a long time ago. So until next time, YouTube family, peace.